Point geometry. In geometry, a point is an abstract idealization of an exact position without size in physical space, or is generalization to other kinds of mathematical spaces. As zero-dimensional objects, points are usually taken to the fundamental invisible elements comprising the space, of which one-dimensional curves, two-dimensional surfaces, and higher dimensional objects consist. In classical Euclidean geometry, a point is a primitive notion defined as that which has no part. Points and other primitive notions are not defined in terms of other concepts, but only by certain formal properties called axioms that they must satisfy. For example, there is exactly one straight line that passes through two distinct points. As physical diagrams, geometric figures are made with tools such as compass, scriber, or pen, whose pointed tip can mark a small dot or prick a small hole representing a point, or can be drawn across a surface to represent a curve. A point can also be determined by the intersection of two curves or three surfaces, called a vertex or corner. Since the advent of analytic geometry, points are often defined or represented in terms of numerical coordinates. In modern mathematics, a space of points is typically treated as a set, a point set. An isolated point is an element of such subset of points which have some neighborhood containing no other points of the subset. Line geometry. In geometry, a straight line, usually abbreviated line, is an infinitely long object with no width, depth, or curvature. An idealization of such physical objects as a straight edge, a taut string, or a ray of light. Lines are spaces of dimension one, which may be embedded in spaces of dimension two, three, or higher. The word line may also refer in everyday life to a line segment, which is part of a line delimited by 2 points, its endpoints. Euclid Elements defines a straight line as a breadthless length that lies evenly with respect to the points on itself, and introduced several postulates as basic unprovable properties on which the rest of geometry was established. Euclidean line and Euclidean geometry are terms introduced to avoid confusion with generalizations introduced since the end of the 19th century, such as non-Euclidean, projective, and affine geometry. Line segment. In geometry, a line segment is a part of a straight line that is bounded by two distinct endpoints, its extreme points, and contains every point on the line that is between its endpoints. It is a special case of arc with zero curvature. The length of a line segment is given by the Euclidean distance between its endpoints. A closed line segment includes both endpoints, while an open line segment excludes both endpoints. A half open line segment includes exactly one of the endpoints. In geometry, a line segment is often denoted using an overline vinculum above the symbols for the two endpoints, such as A, B. Examples of line segments include the sides of triangle or square. More generally, when both of the segment endpoints are vertices of a polygon or a polyhedron, the line segment is either an edge of that polygon or polyhedron if they are adjacent vertices or a diagonal. When the endpoints lie on a curve such as a circle, a line segment is called a chord of that curve.